It's Crofton Just Because with Chris Cowan. I hope everybody's having a great day. I'm just getting set up here so I can see comments or anything coming in. We're playing with the Sweet Songbirds bundle today. I love this because it's got a punch. Okay. So it's got a punch, and then I love the font of the little words, and I love how little everything is. And it's really easy. You could either stamp the birds, or you could punch them just out of regular cardstock or designer series paper. And this is the card that we're going to be making today. I also wanted to show you guys how to use inventive things on like the 12 by 12 cardstock that we carry. And we do carry a pack of 12 by 12 basic black cardstock. So it opens up like this. It says a little note of thanks. I have him singing there. And then it opens up and you can have a message. You can even put an envelope in here for like a gift card or money, either on the sides. Everything's the limit here. So it's a fun card we're going to make together. And so let's get all the stamping and stuff out of the way and punching. That way, we're good to go there. So we have a piece of cardstock that is 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. That's going to be for the inside. And then I have a scrap here to do some stamping on. And then I also have a scrap of Pacific Point, a scrap of some designer series paper, the Celebrate Everything, and then a scrap of the Daffodil Delight cardstock. And what we're going to do, first of all, I'm going to make a little strip for our birds singing. So hold on, let's get settled in here. Okay, so we're gonna bring in some soft suede ink. And I'm gonna do the branch stem first. So I'm just going to go on the side there, just like that. Then I'm going to bring in some Granny Apple Green ink. And we're going to do some leaves. Just like that. And then I want to bring in some Flirty Flamingo, and I'm going to do a couple flowers coming off the leaves. Just like that. And then I'm going to come in with the real red, and on this one we're going to go ahead and stamp the bird, and on the outside ones we're going to just use the punch and punch the bird out. So I'm going to go ahead and use just the smaller bird here. And I'm going to kind of put him up a little bit, him or her up, just like that. And then we need to make some little eyes on our bird. Where's my little eye? eyes. There. And I'm just going to use tuxedo black ink for that. So just like that. And then while I have that out, I'm going to put my sentiment onto my Granny Apple Green cardstock there. And I'm going to do it really towards the right, like this, because I'm going to cover that up. And then while we also have the basic black, or the tuxedo black ink out, I'm also going to do my music here. Whoops. There we go. And then we're done with that basic black ink. And now we just need, we need to stamp our nest on our scrap here. And get that fussy cut out. And I'm going to use Mango Melody for that. I need to re-ink that. It's been so hot here, you guys, that I think I need to do a whole revamp of inking my ink pads. Okay. And then we'll just need to, let's punch out our birds really quick because we were going to need to stamp the eyes on those. So I've got my scrap of Daffodil Delight. And then I'm going to go ahead. I was using Mango Melody for the beak, but I'm going to go ahead and do Daffodil Delight since I didn't bring that out for some reason. And then I want a Pacific Blue one. Okay. So let's go ahead and stamp the eyes on that, on those birdies, really quick. And then all of our stamping will be done. There we go. Okay. Get all that put away so it's not taking up room here on my desk. And then we'll put these birds together and the card. Okay, let's fussy cut this out. I kind of actually like the way it's darker in a spot, just because, you know, wood or twigs kind of are like that. They don't, it's never the same color all the way through. So I do kind of like that. And then we're going to want to bring in some glue. So let's get going here. Let's put on a beak on our little bird here. And then, oh, it's not going to show up very well on here. I didn't think about that. That's okay. You'll be able to tell. And then our beak on our blue bird. Okay. And then we have the tummy. And I'm just using the opposite colors on the birds for the tummies. And then they'll need their little wings. Let's see here. Little wings. Oh no, did I throw away the yellow wing? Oh well. You won't really see it because it's overlapped. I think what I'm gonna do on this yellow one, I'm just gonna dip my finger in the mango there and kind of do my little beak. Oh, that worked. So now you could see it a little better. Okay, so now we have all of our pieces there. Oh, we need to put our nest up on dimensionals. So let's get that going here. There we go. And then we just need to do one thing, and you're gonna laugh when you see me do this, but I'm gonna do this kind of on purpose. So I'm only gonna do part of the heart because the rest will be covered up. And that way the card doesn't become too bulky, okay? So we only have that little scrap of heart. And now we're gonna set all that aside, and we're gonna bring in our paper trimmer. And we're gonna bring in our basic black cardstock, that's the 12 by 12. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna score it on 3 inches and 9 inches on both sides. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in, and I'm going to bring my bone folder. Hold on. There's my bone folder. Okay. I'm going to score it at 3 inches and 9 inches. And then we're going to rotate it and do it at 3 inches and 9 inches. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we are going to mark it at 6 inches. So I'm going to put it at 6 inches, and I'm going to put a little mark at the top there and a little mark at the bottom. I know you couldn't see me do the bottom one, but it's exactly the same way. Okay, so this is what you're going to be left with. Okay, now what you're going to do is we're going to take our mark and go to the corner to cut that off, or what's going to be easier here, let's do this first. Let's cut this flap to the score line. We'll do that on all 4 corners. I know it's hard to see on this black, so stick with me, okay? And you'll see the finished product when I show you here. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, it'd probably be easier if I took off these flaps. Let's just do that. That way it's a smoother cut. So you could keep these for a scrap, you know, like to do some die cuts with. That's what I would do with it. So you're gonna have what's essentially looking like a plus sign. Okay. Okay. Now it's going to be the easier part. So now you're going to take your mark and put it in the cutter, and then your other side, and you're going to line that up, and you're going to cut it off. Okay. Do the same thing on this side. Okay. Then we're going to do the same thing on this end. I'm going to line up my score mark and my edge. And my score mark and my edge. Okay, so now this is what you're left with. Okay. Okay. Next, we're going to set that aside. We need to do a couple cutting of some designer series paper. So I have 2 pieces that are 2 3/4, or actually I have 4 pieces that are 2 3/4 by 5 3/4. And then I have 2 pieces that are 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. And we're just going to take those 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 and we're going to cut them just like this, making triangles. Okay, so now we can get rid of our paper trimmer. And now we just got to put our card together. So let's fold and burnish our card. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of cut a tiny bit off just so that it folds up nicer. And I'm going to cut that on all, or the 2 rectangles. And it's just a tiny bit on each side, just because I want it to fold up like just like an envelope. And I'm going to do it on this side as well. You won't believe what a difference this makes. Okay. So let's see what that looks like. Put that together just like that. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and adhere our 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 inch square. And then I'm going to put my yellow triangles in here. Just like so. I'm loving this Celebrate Everything designer series paper. I love that one side is blank, you know, like where you could use it for everyday stuff. And then I love that you can, the other side is holiday-ish. Okay, so I'm going to go with the red on this side. Okay. So then we're going to put our flaps in, and we need to decorate those. I'm going to flip the paper over and use the polka dot side. What's nice about a project like this is it's kind of one and done. So if you were doing like a gift card or money, or something flat, like gifting something flat, you could put it in this card and just be done with it. Okay, now we just need to put the green on. See, and the other side is fall leaves. Okay. Perfect. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add adhesive, but just to the bottom of this label, because I only want it to stick to this bottom section. So I'm going to just put it in my bottom triangle and just go like this, right there in the middle. Okay. While that's drying for a minute, I'm going to take a dimensional, and I'm going to just put it on my finger a couple times because I don't want it as sticky. And then I'm going to put that at the top of my label and put it down so that it'll stick the card together. So that way you can open and close it without ripping it. Whoops, and I didn't even get it on to my cardstock here. Okay, so it will when the bird's there, so hold on just a moment. So now I'm going to layer my bird down, my heart down. Just like that. And then I'm going to put a dimensional on my bluebird there. Actually, let's put the Daffodil Delight one on first because I'm only putting glue on the bottom of him. And I'm going to stick that there. I want to make sure there, now it'll lift up and won't cause any headache. And then we're going to put that dimensional onto the blue. Just like that. And then I'm going to have the song. And then I'm going to just kind of run it with my bone folder there. Come out just like that. And I'm really not going to do anything with that song except for just lay it there. And I'm going to trim it off so it's not in the way. Okay. And then let's add a little bit of bling, because no card is complete without some bling. Correct? Correct. So I'm just using our Rhinestone Basic Jewels, and I'm just going to add 3. And that's our card. On this card, whoops, let's see here. On my sample card, I did our adhesive backed sequins. So it depends on what you wanted to use. Just kind of mix it up a little bit. So that's our project for today, you guys. It's a fun way to use a 12 by 12 sheet of paper and to gift somebody a fun present. So I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, my friends, I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.